Hey guys, hey, welcome to the daily episode of Tears and Wheat Tarot Show with your girl S.A.T.A.N here. Yes, channeled messenger, bringing testimony and tarot together to unite. Yes, we believe that the Most High God, our source of all, as it's been revealed onto us, using its infinite intelligence that created all of everything in existence, the breath of life that animates and connects all of us. Yeah, the source can speak to us all through everything that it created because it left its word on everything. So we use everything to come to you and bring messages from the spirit. Were we supposed to have this deck? No. Okay. Put that away. Yeah. So we bring messages from the spirit, from the source, infinite intelligence, using the breath of life, that force of energy, to just convene and we chop it up. And that's really all it is. We sit around, we chop it up so we can chop this stuff up that's in our vessels and our energy centers and get that stuff out so that we can get back into that real good flow. You know what I mean? And we, again, this could be cooking like with cold Crisco. Sometimes, it just depends. It's early. We have to get up, get that sip. So if you got your sip, get your sip. Come on. I'm telling y'all, I need that sip. But anywho, it could be like cooking with cold Crisco, y'all. It could. Like that old school stuff, that white stuff in the can, like how, you got to scoop it out and get it in the pan and warm that up. And then by the time the grease gets to cooking, you can show enough drop some nuggets off up in there. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, So stick around, hang around with your girl. If you can vibe with this, right? If you can bring all these pieces together, hang on in here and set for a spell. If you like it, subscribe and hit that little bell too so you can be notified the next time we throw up some of these episodes. Today, I have finally gotten the book I've been waiting for. It was on back order, y'all. I had to wait for it. 48 Laws of Power. I don't know if y'all up on this one, but it's definitely a good read. We could see how a lot of these powers that be, what they use, okay, in terms of not just the powers that be, but influential people who have discovered success and how this whole system of things work about, because it's laws and principalities to this thing, right? It is. And we have found through our discovery and revelation that the word has been segmented, separated, and for good reason. I see why they did that from a power-seeking, power-hungry standpoint, that they would want to go ahead and separate the word so that it's recipients and those who are really supposed to be, us, the wheat, okay? Because, see, the tares got the word. They do. And they know the word. They do. But here it is. When you hide the word from the people, then you limit their ability to act and use those same principalities and laws, right? So we, the wheat, have to go searching for this. I mean, the Father said, seek diligently. And I don't know how, your parents were when you were a youngster, but if I went and looked at one spot and kept looking in that one spot and couldn't find the answer really to get through this thing, or what it is that they were telling me to go get, my parent would be like, why the hell did you just keep looking right there? I told you to go look. That means you need to move some stuff around. You need to, lift some stuff up, bend your back a little bit. You know how it go? At least in my household, that's how it was, So, getting back to those old laws, we have to kind of go out and discover and seek all these other pieces and bring this here together, so we can, Spirit says we're going to jump right into law number 9. Put this up in here so y'all can read that. Hopefully you can see it good. Just let it hang out there for a spell. If you want to take a quick clip of the video so you can get that in there, or just go buy the book, baby. When I tell you it is not very expensive on Amazon, it's not. I think I maybe spent like, what, 20 bucks, if that, for this book. And it will pay you back in dividends. I mean, your ROI on this right here, it's worth it. Go get it. Need another sip. Law number 9 says, win through your actions, never through argument. I believe that there is an African proverb that talks about, and it's been said over time, When you see two fools arguing, you can't tell who right and who wrong or who's the fool or what is, something to the sort of that. You know what I mean? So don't argue with your opponent. Do not. You know, judgment. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a prior victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up through the argument is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change. Let's get that in there again. Did we stop and pray? We prayed this morning, you and I, but we didn't pray for the people for the week, did we? No, we didn't. We're going to pray in just a second. Thank you. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a prior victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. So you might think that they done came to your side. Y'all done argued this thing out. You done figure out, feel like, oh, we done came to agreement. I done won that argument. I done convinced them of my point of view. Mm-mm. No, that's not what just happened, boo. It's much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions. Woo, woo, come on, Father. Through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate. Do not explicate. Ha! I like that, explicate. I'm going to try to find another way to use that word today. Put that in practice. Like it. Demonstrate. Do not explicate. We don't need to be, first of all, come on, Fins. Talk to you first, okay? Because this here crown that you got on, oh, it ain't pinned down. It's not. Let's say that again. It's not pinned down. Your tiara, your princess crown is not pinned down. No. It's just set. So therefore, you have to sit composed and keep that right here so that it don't shift and move. Because it's not pinned down. No. It's not. You gotta make sure it don't move. And you have to stay composed and poised, yes, in order to do that. We looked at a situation last night with the cards where we had a whole energy getting ready to go through a thing, and one of the major things was composure. Composure. Yes. Staying poised and calm. Allowing people to see your actions much more powerful. And then again, go and coupling that with that, if they see how you move and the results that you get they will come seeking that thing. They'll come seeking. They'll come ask. Or they're going to just lean in and really pay attention to what you're doing and try to figure that thing out without saying anything, because that's pride. They don't want to come back and say, hey, how'd you do that? Or clue me in. No, that's probably not what's going to happen. No. They're probably not going to speak. But the courageous will speak. The bold will speak. And they'll speak up and they'll ask you. Because it's like, I'm going to put my pride to the side and ask. Because I see how you flowing. I like the results. I want to get in on that. Again, change happens, for others differently. You have other early changers. You have mid changers, like, oh, let me see how it work out for those people. Early changers. Innovative, want to jump out in the front. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, that look good. Or they're leading the change. Up, this look like it. We can do this better. I'm innovating. I'm solutioning. Early adapters. Then the next level. Oh man, yeah, that look cool. I see how they doing that. Yeah, look. I'm getting in on that. I'm jumping in on it right now. Let's go. Move. Then it's the ones that's like, you're gonna have to force me to change. I ain't doing shit until law says whatever that I got to do it. That's just that. No. And then there's ones that's like, I'm not doing it at all. Fuck you, fuck that. I pieced out this piece before I change a fuck thing. Not doing it. Period. Just ain't me, ain't gonna do it. Don't want to hear about it. Shut, block, no, not, can't nothing get in. So you have those different levels. But you can demonstrate the change through your actions. So again, films, back to your crown, is not pinned down. You're going to have to go ahead and hold that composure in order to keep that on there and don't let it slip off. Yeah. Be poised. Yeah. Don't argue. Demonstrate. Don't explicate. Demonstrate. Don't explicate. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Whew. My bros. My mask. Ooh, with that strong masculine energy. Ooh, give me chills. You don't have to argue, brother. You don't. You don't have to argue. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to bark orders. You don't have to do none of that. Mm-mm. Your silence in movement is so powerful. Ooh. Not only does it add an air of mystery about you where folks got to come back and sit and try to look and see how it is that you moving about, it brings them into you. When you lower your tone and you just speak from that calm resolve, and or you just said it in like, I have spoken, and just demonstrate that thing out, moving in your power, that balanced energy. When I say powerful, let's talk about it. But first, let's pray about it, because we didn't do that. So let's go ahead on and catch that up. Thank you so much, Holy Father, the source of all creation. I come to you humbly and respectfully and graciously aware of my consciousness, my connection to you, who you are and what you are. All of creation extends from you, that you have called from your infinite intelligence. Yes, you have called us all and made us by design for your purpose. And as we are a piece of heaven touching here on earth, we come into alignment with you in your will, Holy Father. Yes, we do. We come into alignment with your will so that we may hear you, receive instruction, surrender, be obedient, and act that instruction out so that heaven and the will of the Father may be performed here on earth. And if you say it is so, Holy Father, I ask that you say it is so and seal it with an ashe. Yes. We sure enough cooking with hot grease now, y'all. We had to get that prayer in there. We just jumped on here, started introducing ourselves, tell you what we do, and then went right on into the law. We didn't even pray. We got to make sure the Father is in here. Seal this here message, because we don't do nothing without the Father. Oh, no. When the Father moves, we move. Just like that. That's what it do. That's what it is. All right. So, again, it's number 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. We are not going to argue. Yes. Let's see here. What is it? Oh, we just gonna stay right there. Yeah. Do you want to pull a card now? No. Go back in here. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a prior victory. So, in thinking about that, oftentimes people argue and you get to the point where like somebody concedes, like, yeah, you know what, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you're right. Got it, right? But in that is really not a victory. That is really not the person conceding to your point. It's really them just trying to squash the issue, you know what I mean? Like, dead it for right now because I don't feel like talking to you no more. I don't feel like hearing you no more. Like, it's going nowhere. So why are we going to continue down this course of action, right? So in that place, it's like, it's mute. Nobody won. You walk away with this false sense of victory, feeling like, oh yeah, I got them, they came over to my side, I showed them I was right, this, that, and the other, when really only thing you did was stir up strife and animosity, right? There's a whole different way to handle disagreements where you can win the point, or not even win the point, but demonstrate the principle. And I think that's what Father is leaning me into saying. Like, oftentimes we get into the arguments to press and win the point, to have somebody come over to our point of view because we are steadfast in believing that that point of view is right. We place the judgment and that our point of view is right, and to come bring others into that alignment, we argue the point. Keep pressing it and pressing it. Don't you see my point of view? Don't you see what I'm saying? Don't you see what I'm saying? Don't you see? And debate back and forth until another person says, oh yeah, I see your point. I mean, but everything is not like a political stage where, yeah, it is in this point, because everybody's arguing over who's right. Get that sip. Everybody's arguing over who's right, who's wrong. And we especially see that in relationships. Ooh, yes we do, Father. Relationships, even across the social network period, diversities, races of people arguing over who's right, who should be here, who shouldn't, especially in a land like the Americas, the United States, North America, where the whole country was like, the original people who lived here had their land lost and stolen because somebody decided that they was just going to come over and claim it as their own. Oh yeah, you live here, but you ain't shit, you know what I mean? So we're just going to take your shit and claim it as ours. Yeah, now, yeah. So wars, yeah, then they lost the war, they fought, you know what I mean, and they lost. But with that being said, now everybody's arguing over who's what. Who's the original people? Well, we know it wasn't the people that, you know, claim that the land is their own. And like, this is the land of the free. No, it's not. I mean, you stolen in war. And the people that live here are not free. Like, it was built on chattel slavery. That's not the land of the free. Like, it's a whole oxymoron. But to have that argument is like, what? Because people know the truth, and whether or not they're going to accept the truth is a whole different thing. And they just literally are leaned into their point of view and may not ever come to see that. You know, lean into the fact that, you know, yeah, I can see that, you know, maybe my thought process and my thought pattern isn't all the way right. And so I'm going to lean into that. No, people don't always do that. But what you could do is continue to demonstrate the principles that you are attempting to get people to understand through action. Like, what does, again, freedom look like? You know, fighting for civil rights, fighting for transgender rights, fighting for just equal rights of the population itself, to restore the people back to their God-given right, the right to just be, to exist, to have free will, is what I'm saying. Freedom of self, autonomy, you know, giving back onto the people what the Most High had already given them, you know, and to have any other entity take that and remove it from the people, people are going to be upset. And there's arguments about the point. How do we do this? How do we get back to balance? Even in terms of religion, arguing over the source, over the Most High God, that which created all things. It created everything. Everything in creation, everything in existence, the source did create. But people argue and fight in death and loss over which path to the source is the right path. I think it's pretty audacious to feel that anybody has a right or a say or a claim over the Most High God, over the source, especially in the 3D realm when we're such small pixels. We have such limited information on what the source is. So to argue the point, again, win through action, never through argument. To argue the point only creates further strife and loss of life. It does. We have people literally wars for thousands and thousands of years because they're arguing over the path to the source. Well, my understanding that the path to the source is going to be transition onto death. I mean, because where else do we go but return back to where we was once, where we came from? However long it takes us to reunite back to the source, I mean, in that whole thing, you guys can, you know, come to your own conclusion about how that plays out. There's no need to argue that. It's really not. That's just my thought. That's what Spirit says to me. Source is all. So however you recognize the source, whether you just lean into the fortitude of self and say, hey, you know, I don't know what's out there. And I can't see it, but I can definitely see and feel me. I can experience that through sensation. And I know that when I dig into myself and my fortitude, that I could do whatever I put my mind to. My mind is strong, and my focused attention says that I could do whatever I want. So I can create whatever I want. I can create my whole world. And I can do that by keeping a positive attitude, by staying diligent and disciplined. Yeah, getting up and saying my affirmations, reminding myself who I am. I am strong, I am smart, I am intelligent, I am kind, I am courteous, right? I am disciplined, I am capable, I am love, I am sympathy, I am empathy, I can understand, I am compassionate, I'm a great communicator, I am healing, right? I am regenerative, I am innovative, I am successful, I am all all. I am all things. All things is me. When I look at the composition of my body, it is the chemicals of everything and elements of everything that's in creation. I am everything. I can say that to self. And that could be my practice. If I do that on a daily, that's, you can call that a religion. But it's all up to you how you practice individually. Some people lean into self. Some people lean into, again, a spiritual connection. Some people lean into religion. It's all about how you flow. And for us to argue over how we connect to the source leads us into situations where it's war and death all over who has the ability to access eternal life. When in reality, matter is never lost. It's merely transformed. Merely transformed. So could you actually really die? Or are you not already immortal and just don't speak it that way? Could be. It's all about how you want to think about it. And then if you think that you are a spiritual essence first, like the spirit comes first, and the vessel is just the vehicle that the spirit travels this plane in, then if the vessel passes away, doesn't the spirit still live? Doesn't it go back to from whence it came? And then, if the spirit came here in the vessel, and this vessel was taught a particular way of life, does that mean that's the same way of life that it was when it lived in the spirit? Things that make you go, We argue about these things by just demonstrating them. I can demonstrate my spirituality and my connectedness to the source and the all just by my beingness. I literally walked to the gas station yesterday and the fall leaves are out and it's this patch of grass, leaves and trees. And of course, what did I do? Spirit of Joyce kicked them dang on sandals off. I have my little fuzzy Uggs on. I got them on up under here. Little fuzzy Uggs. They warm, right? So I like my feet to be out. I can't stand my feet being closed up. Anyway, they fuzzy, so they keep them warm even though it's still out. Like the marry in between the two. I love them. Just so fun. Anywho, tell me, did I not kick them dang on things off? And ran through that grass kicking leaves everywhere? I'm pretty sure the people in that parking lot at that gas station said, what in the hell is this grown ass person running through the grass kicking leaves? But that's my way of connecting to the Father. It's my way of keeping my childlike spirit. It's my way of feeling the earth beneath my feet that's walking, connected to the creation of the Lord. Yes, I'm a piece of creation. The earth is a piece of creation. We are connecting and I'm grounding to that. And I'm just having fun. My spirit is light. Remembering what it was like to be a child. I almost laid down in the grass and rolled around in the leaves and threw them up everywhere. Like, hey, like how you used to have a leaf fight with your friends and you rake them all up and make these big old piles and then you throw them all over the place and then you got to rake them back up again. But I literally almost did that. So instead of me arguing with somebody that the fact that the source is everything and I can enjoy life and the goodness and the joy of it and like reconnect to that lightheartedness, do you know what it busts up in you to just let that go and that joy come out? Something as simple as that. But I don't need to argue with somebody to say, get grounded to the earth and go outside and do this and do that. And this is what I do and you should do it too. No, why would I do that? Beloved, I could just demonstrate it. When people see me outside playing in the leaves, when they see me out skating and singing to the Lord, or when I dance, it's just like out in the open. Because I don't mind who see. I'm unashamed to worship and praise the Lord of creation out in the open. Like it is a lifestyle for me. Like making prayer your lifestyle. It is. I walk with the Most High God all day. I talk to the Spirit out in the open. Used to be, I had to get to that because, your gift and you sitting up there talking to the Spirit by yourself. Some folks be done call somebody and put you in one of them little jackets that you can't unlock because all the buckles is in the back. You know what I'm saying? But now it's at a point where it's like, Spirit, shall we get? You want to get chicken or you want to get ground beef? Ground beef, okay. What we gonna make with the ground beef? We gonna make some Salisbury steaks, some homemade ones. Yes, let's go get the other stuff to go with it. Where is it at over here? What you looking at? You got me looking at something and I can't figure out what it is. What it is that you leaning me into? Show me this right here, okay? And we do that. And I don't know how people view that. But they may look at it as like she is literally talking to her spirit out in the open and asking it everything. And I think that is a great example of how we make prayer a lifestyle. Yes, I don't need to argue with people about a spiritual connection. But when people see the example of how you speak to the spirit, how you move in the spirit, how you convene and communicate and converse intimately all day long, maybe they'll just model it. That's a thing, right? Maybe they'll just model it. They don't even have to come and seek the answer from you or how did you do or what did you do. They just may model it. Is that right, beloved? Yes, it is. They will see. Went through your actions, never through arguments. No. All right, y'all. Time to get some cards out. Spirit says yes. Yes, thank you so much for the energy of these cards. Thank you, Holy Father. Woo, come on in. The whole infinite, the all. We tap into the intelligence of the all. Yes, we do. Thank you, Father, for being here and for granting me my connection, for granting me the realization and the conscious awareness that I can tap into the intelligence of the all. Yes, yes, we can. And using the breath of life. Thank you, Father. Yes. Thank you, 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 thank you. Touch my voice box. Let me. I am your willing messenger. Yes. Surrendered. Please use these cards as tools and messages to bring the message to your we field. Give me the words that you would have me speak to your we field. Thank you, Holy Father. Thank you so much. Get that breath on there, y'all. Woo! We be having to get that prayer out. The camera angle looked pretty decent today. I feel like we're getting better at this. We're growing in our current situation. So if you're starting something, hey. Don't lean into fear. Faith over fear. You starting something? Yeah. Go ahead on and do that. Dare to be great. Dare yourself to overcome your doubts. Yes. You have a doubt on something? You want this? No. Dare yourself to do it anyway. Start. Grow within your current situation. We growing. I am so excited, y'all. I'll have a new camera on tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to get a whole wide view and see the whole setup. So it's not just that little square camera, you know, cell phone view. But it's okay because the Father granted me everything that we needed to be able to get started. You want this? Yes, we're going to leave it down like that. The Father gave us everything that we needed to get started. Faith in self. Oh, that was first. Faith. First, the intention and desire to do it. Yes, that calling and nudging and beating the rhythm saying, you got to get going, you got to get going, you got to get going. Calling, calling, calling. You shall serve. You will serve and you will be of service, just as it said. So we had to be of service. Father said, yes, you want this? Okay, let me slow down. Father said you will be of service. And so we said, yes, Father, we will obey. We will. Do you want this one? This? No. Okay. Father said you will serve and... You want that? Anything else in here? No. Okay. So, we just started. That's what I was trying to say. You want this? This? All right. Okay. Do you want anything else from this deck? Nope. I'll show you that. Thank you. Thank you. First card. Oh, we were saying, let me finish my statement because sometimes I get squirrel. Father said, just go ahead and start. You may not have everything that you need, but start. Be committed to the start of it. If you take the steps now to just begin in your current situation and where you're at and grow in your current state, beloved, Father will give you everything that it is that you need. The universe itself will order itself to help meet you, to support you in that goal, especially when if it is related to your calling. Yes, Father would let you know that you have everything you need to get started right now, beloved. You do. You do. Everything don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything lined up. You don't even have, it could be rough. Huh. You ever seen a diamond when they first pluck it out the ground? It's done been through all that pressure and stuff. It don't come out looking like no VVS shined up and all that stuff. No, it's rough. It is a diamond in the rough. Huh, gone Aladdin. That's what I felt heard in my head. The little thing. The diamond in the rough. Jafar was saying. Right, I need to find the diamonds in the rough. Anyway, y'all, it could be rough. It could be rocky. You know what I mean? And it takes time for you and the source to work together to chip away all the, roughness and shine you up and get you cleaned up. And then before you know it, you be like, oh, VVS over here. Like, it's just... Anyway, y'all, come on. Spirit says, opportunity and take charge. Opportunity and change. Opportunity and change is here. It is. Opportunity and change is here. I don't know how to put... I'm going to sit it over here because I don't know how many we're going to get. Let's leave it in the camera right now. Opportunity and change is here. So is there anything you'd like to say? Yes. Source says the time for change is now. Underline, exclamation point. Exclamation point. Surrender. Opportunity. Surrender to the opportunity and change. And the time to do it is now. So I don't know what opportunity the Most High is bringing into you. I feel like it's coming in, or maybe you're calling in an opportunity. Maybe you're focused consciously or wishing, praying for an opportunity. And Spirit says the time is now. I feel surrender. Surrender to change. To, is it the prayer or the source? Surrender to change. And surrender onto the source. Yes, I feel. So that you can go forward and rise, I feel, is the Spirit is saying. This is their state now, where they are. And they're asking to ascend. Yes. And this is the opportunity for them to change so that ascension can take place. Yes, that's what I feel, to rise up. Yes. Is that all, Father, for this? No. Source says to change now. Now. Is that it? Yes, thank you. So source is saying to change now, right? And that's why I was like, that source says time to change. Yes, okay, so you meant time to change and change now. Time to do it now. All right, thank you, Father. Thank you. Again, if I don't say it the way Father says, we're going to have to read, because Father said, when I say what I say, that's what I said. And thou shalt say it the way that I said it. Not your interpretation, leaning not unto your own interpretation. You shall say what I said, say. Okay? So that's what we do. Next card, Father. All right. Spiritual growth. Yes. Time to change. Get into some spiritual growth. Again, it's not necessarily about all the other ways and paths. It is your own path onto self. How do you grow spiritually? How do you tap into your spiritual self? Tapping into your spiritual essence, beloved. And doing that on a daily basis. I feel this person is tapped in. Look at this visual on this card, baby. You talking about that light is hitting, that intuition is all around the crown. It's going straight down the chakras. Ooh, in alignment. Lighten up that heart chakra space. That throat chakra is on fire. Yes, I see the butterfly wings. I see all kind of stuff in here. Oh, yes. Angel wings. Ooh. I don't know if you guys ever saw that session, like it's back in the archives. But I was thinking to myself, like, feeling like, you know, when you do some deep breathing, yes, it was about meditation, was it not, Father? Yes, we were talking about meditation, and we were talking about the breath of life and how we use that force and the breath of life. Yes. And it's like when you pull in that air and you allow the lungs to expand all the way up, It's almost like having an internal set of wings. Now tell me, this card, do y'all see that? Is it just me? Right across that chest up in here? Yeah, where it looks like they got wings up in here. Yes, that's what I see. That's what I feel so heavily. And that spiritual growth, what did you always see me coming back to center? Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, another thing. Check this out. This is a little secret that the Father told me. And I don't know if it's a secret, if it was just something that I hadn't realized, and it was like a revelation onto self from the source. So thank you, Father, for that. Yes. So we have poles, polar opposites, right? So one side, say if that's the north, south pole, south, and this is the north. And even, yeah. So in life, we usually come in and you have to determine whether, and thank you, that felt good, thank you, Father. We have to determine whether we're going to polarize to the south or to the north, right? And also, along with that, is the fact that we come from a south node and we are moving to our north node, right? But in this lifetime, what we can do and what we on that journey is come to balance, right? Is that right, Father? Am I in the right range? South node moving from the low to the north is the ascension, right? But also there is a place of balance, is there not? Between the two, where we come to par in the center of that thing. What is the center? What is in the center of the balance? Source is in the center. So if we come back to source, it is like the south pole here, north here, and in the balance in the middle is source, right? In the middle of everything, of the all, right? Okay. So if we were to come to balance with our north and our south pole, we would come to center, which is right here in the middle, which I found amazing because it reminded me of course of prayer. How we come to balance and we bow to the center, we bow to the balance, the center, the all. Because the source is not either this way, all this way, or all this way. The source is balance, evil, no, even, equal, yes, yes. Thank you. So that was just my quick little thing. I don't know if it made sense to y'all. It made total sense to me. I was like, aha, is that what we do that, Father? Yes, okay. Spiritual growth. Doesn't matter necessarily which path that you take to your spiritual growth. Source is represented in all things. And it's all about which way you choose to polarize in this manifestation, in this life. Are you going to stay all the way down there in the South Pole, in the South, in your lower state? Or are you going to move towards your North Pole and go all the way this way and polarize all the way to the north, right? And you can do that. Or are you going to come back to par and just be balanced in the understanding in the middle of both of the poles and be like, okay, I can see how this works, I can see how that works towards the good, and we can marry them up. We can marry them. We can bring them and mold them and mesh them together and balance, right? Because everything from your south node is not bad. It can be used for your good. And everything in the north node, again, if you lean too far into that, it could tilt you the wrong way. Like it could lean into something else that's not necessarily all the way good, or have you miss out. But either way, it's not balanced. You think about a scale. If you put everything on the south pole, it's not balanced. If you put everything on the north node, it's not balanced. But to be able to come to center with that thing and balance it out, it's a whole thing, you beloved. That's it. Spiritual growth leans us into balance. Balance with self, balance with our spirit, the vessel, spiritual self, and with source, the one that fills us, that breath of life that animates us. That allows us to effectuate life and have an impact, to move through it, to flow through it, to flow effortlessly. Coming back to center. Love it. beloved. I so feel that. I hope y'all with me. Stick in there. Divine timing. That's the next card, y'all. Divine timing. Yes. Everything in divine timing. Everything in divine timing. You know, and I feel that the time is now. And that's what Spirit said. Opportunity and change, time is now. And maybe the source is saying now is your divine timing. Like the synchronicity and the pieces are laid together so that you can act, so that you can be an example. Time out for arguing. No, 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 no. That's what I feel source is saying. No, 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 no. No more arguing. It's time to lead by example. Be it. Be the change. We talked about be the healing, right? No need to argue the point. Just be it, beloved. Show them what it looked like. Show them what it be like, beloved. Yes. What does beloved stand for? What is it? 2-part. Be loved. Oh, go on, Father, and do it. Come on, let's get this next card. We getting late. It's already 40 minutes in. We don't know how long it's going to be. Father said, let's just do it. Let it be, beloved. Let it be. Yes, because be loved. Be healed. Be now. Be patient. Be compromising. Be understanding. Yes, be still. Just be. That's what Father say. Just be. You want this one right here? Okay. You want another one? Let's get it, Father. Let's get it. Let's get it, my week. Let's get it. Oh. Ooh. What's that, Father? Ooh. I feel a whole energy shift up in there. What's that? Safety in numbers. Unity. Time to come together. Yeah, it's safety in numbers because something is attacking. Is that right? Yeah, what's the attack? The fallen. Yeah, we know we being attacked by the fallen. Yeah. Sentiments and thoughts against nature. Yeah, we are definitely being attacked by the fallen. And unity in numbers is our protection. Not only in unity and physicality, but mindset, I believe. Changing the mindset because, again, it's sentiments and thoughts against our nature. Yeah, it is. Against nature itself. And the nature of the plane is connectedness. Everything is connected. And is giving, right? Is it this? Is it this? Let's go again, because I don't feel it. Everything is giving onto self and onto other selves, right? So one of the good things that I use as an example to kind of illustrate this mindset is the human body, right? The vessel. The vessel is interconnected with all types of varieties and differences of I would say entities or just pieces, pixels of it, right? So again, cells. You got heart cells, or just go with organs. You got liver, heart, lungs, kidneys, your urethra, any and everything that you can name in your body. The nervous system, your spinal cord, your brain, the brain stem, your arms, your limbs, your fingers, your phalanges, or whatever you want to call them. Right. All of these pieces are pixels and components operation in the source, right? Not in the source, yes, but of the vessel. And everything is interconnected, right? Itself is interconnected. Everything is connected to everything, and everything feeds everything. It works together in this perfect rhythm. It works together, and everything is symbiotic. People, symbiosis is a thing. To work together in an environment where everything is feeding everything in harmony, that is the point. But when we have specific energies that are attacking the whole and want to hoard everything onto self and steal it from the whole, from the all, then that right there is a sentiment and thought against nature. That is not what creation is designed to do. But honestly, creation has chaos and conflict built in it in order to push, right? It does. But coming together in a one mindset, that, and knowing that it's things out there attacking you, so you can look at it on an individual level, coming together in balance in your own mind, knowing that you have energies or even thoughts and sentiments that will work against your nature, and understanding that and that balance to that, you can look at those thoughts when they come up and be like, oh, I'm doubting myself. That means I need to dare to do this thing. I doubt that I could do it, so therefore I'm going to lean into the dare and dare myself to do it anyway. You know what I mean? As long as you know me. Check in with your highest self, your spiritual team, because especially if it's an intention and a desire that the source is giving you and edging you and pushing you to do, yeah, dig into that. I doubt it, so I'm going to dig into it. I'm going to dare myself to rise above the doubt. Yes, that's how we lean into faith over fear. Yeah, you combat it with the other side. So if we now, as a social complex, a social group across the globe, the all is being challenged with separatism, yes, because we are not united, then we can come together in the mindset of whole to just say, yeah, we all believe that the source shows up different all across the plane. And that's something we can all agree on. We can agree that the source of all, you want this, shows up different to its people depending on where they are. I mean, we can see the diversity of source, because if source is everything and everything is called by the source, everything in existence, I can honestly say that because source is my bed. Source is this cell phone that I'm recording on. Source is me. Source is my microphone. Source is these cars. Source is the trees. Source is the grass. Source is everything. Everything. Nothing is made or called without the source. It is the source doing it all. And so when we could come away from the mindset that God is this or God is that, and one group of people has just access to the Most High, we probably could come into the mindset of oneness, that the source is everything, and every group has a right to seek source in their way and how source speaks to them. It's their prerogative. It's my prerogative. I can seek how I want to seek. It's my prerogative. I can see how I want to see. It's my prerogative. Yeah, because these eyes don't pick up nothing but light and energy anyway, beloved. Is there anything else in this deck? No. Okay, well then that's what was going on with that. Ashe. This other card though is here. What is it? It's in reverse. Is that in the reverse? Yeah. People, this card in the upright is like people are looking at this guy. He looked like it's kind of, on a suchy muchy. Look, like who is that? Who is that? He's being seen, being noticed and all that stuff, right? Maybe the attack that we are under and how we're being attacked is not really noticed. Yeah. Spirit says it's concealed. You can't really see what's attacking you. You can't really discern the threats, right? Yep, thoughts against your nature. Thoughts against your nature. Yes. And it's not seen. People can't see it. Can they see it? No. It's like it's in the past and it's carrying forward. Yeah. Because again, we talked about those 48 laws of power and how in that book we talk about, it's a lot. Ooh. So if you want to talk about how the powerful became powerful and the tactics that they do use, you want this one right here. Spirit is tapping this empowering questions. Like, get that deck out while we talking. Yes, thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. Let's put that crystal back on there. Thank you so much, Holy Father. Thank you, the source of all and His whole infinite intelligence. Yes, thank you so much for being here, for blessing me with your presence. Please use these tools as I am these cards as your tools to speak through me, as I am your willing messenger, surrendered to bring the message from you to your wheat field. Thank you so much. And if you say it, it is so. Please seal it with the Ashe. Have I forgotten a part of prayer? Yes. Source is aligned to thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Heaven. I say. Thank you, Father. I told y'all, if I don't get it out the way the Father say, we got to do it again. And I have to pause. I'm surrendered. I'm obedient. Would you say? Let's get it. All right, Father, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get him all week. Let's get it. Oh, get him all week. Let's get it. Whew. We had to get it out. Let's throw some good energy on there. Oh, you see that? Source said, okay. Ooh. Which one? You want this one? This one? All right, that's it. This one right here, y'all. That's another one that keep popping out. I think Source really be wanting us to think about this. Am I focusing more on what my life looks like than what it feels like? Yeah. Because oftentimes we dress our life. We do. We dress it. Is there anything else in here that I feel it? Is it this? We dress our life in the look of happiness, but not necessarily feeling happy, like from a deep space. Yes. Is there another? Yes. Yeah, so is it, what it looks like, or what does it feel like, beloved? Again, coming away from the things that just mask the trueness. You want this one? Is there something on the bottom? Do you want the energy of it? Okay. So, ooh, you want this one right now? No, okay, we're going to leave this down. Do you want to talk about this now? Okay. So we got, am I focusing on what more of my life looks like than what it feels like? We saw that one. Leave that up there just for a quick bit so you can read that. And then we got this here. Yeah. If I didn't feel shame or fear, what would I do now? Opportunity for change. Releasing shame or fear. What would you do? Yes. What would you do? What opportunity would you take, beloved, if you didn't have shame or fear? Would you get going right now? Would you grow within your current space? Go dust off some of them boxes. Blow it off, Let the breath of life freshen it up and blow away the dust. That's real, because this is the breath of life. It is the source, energy, force of the source. Yes. And when you use that, even just to blow the dust off them boxes, that is powerful. And you can claim it while you do it. I am going to revitalize and refresh this stuff. I take inventory of the stock that is within and what I have in my environment, and I intend to use it to go forward, to regenerate, to revitalize, even restore. Come on, Father. Woo, are we ready for this yet? No, Father says, go ahead and turn this over. Give it to him. Give it to him, Father. Woo! Come on. What was I intended to do in this lifetime? Feel like Father is nudging you to do something, to jump on into your calling. I would say, pray tell, yes. If you didn't feel any shame or fear, what would you do? Would you jump into your calling, beloved? I believe that you would. I do. But are you here? Are you focusing on more of what it looked like than what it feel like? Yes. Because it's right there on top of that sentiments and thoughts against your nature. Come on, beloved, with this here. Are you acting against your own nature, driven by your own sentiment and your own thoughts? Yes, because we have tears. We can be our own tear, beloved. But to take that energy off of that thought that's against your true nature and place it on the other side is what brings you back to balance and helps you move forward. You can take that up into the kingdom. Have it discerned in the heavens. The Father will tell you. It will reveal onto you. The infinite intelligence will drop that into your spirit. And you let it sit there in this space. Discerned. And push that out. Yes. Is this one ready? No. Spiritual growth, Father says. To go into the spirit and do that on a daily will grow you. It will strengthen you in the spirit and make you confident. I feel confident in knowing, strengthening that faith for sure. Because we be having faith. I mean, faith is the mustard seed. We be having that. The people have faith. That's not the thing. But to get confident, to grow that mustard seed. I went through something so tough. I was like, we came out of that. We ain't working on mustard seeds no more. And I was just playing around with it. I didn't even know it was a real thing until I had got some more revelation dropped in on me. And the Spirit was like, yeah, you was right on the path, beloved, to that thing. When you said that, it was true. We got a faith of a mustard seed, but did you grow it into an apple seed? Can you grow that mustard seed to an apple seed? Come on now. What about growing that mustard seed into an avocado seed? Seed get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, but that's the metaphor that I use from a mental visual standpoint to say that I am growing my faith. I am growing it from faith to confidence to self-assuredness. Right? That what I say and what I speak out, sure enough gonna come to pass. Yeah, it is. Because I spoke it in truth and goodness, and it was tapped in, and it was already stamped I-shade, and it was so it be shall be, said the Most High God, and put I-shade on that thing. Oh, I'm speaking it out, and I'm going to stand on it. I'm firm. I am fixed, and I am unflexible. I shall not be moved. Because that's what the Father said when he said, let there be light. Only to see that thing come fulfilled. Yes, it did. That infinite intelligence went to work and said, I'm organizing and ordering everything for light to exist. And them photons popped out. Whoo! Come on, Father. And potentiates everything. I mean, because look, are you not light? Yeah, you are. Come on, Father. We want this right here. What is the most courageous thing I've ever done? How did I make it? How did it make me feel? Whoo! Did we not say step out on courage and faith and believe that thing? Dare to move beyond your doubts. Dare to be great. Dare to bust down them doubts. Bust it down. Fear. What? I got a sword of faith that slices fear up. It says, oh no, if the source put it on me, and it's in that kingdom, it's rhythm, and it's beating, it said, go home, come on, beloved, you can do it. Whew. What is the most courageous thing you've done, and how did it make you feel? Whew. I'll tell you what, the most courageous thing I've ever done was start this here channel. Like I said, and lean into that whole gift and sit out there in the public, in the open, and allow myself to display my channel, not the channel, but the channel, my connection to the source, because people will think, and Father say one of the most courageous things that you've done is to come from heaven and touch earth. Yeah, because this is Survivor. I'm telling you, we all Bear Grylls up in here. We really are. We're going through this plane, and it's a whole thing to survive and get to the other side and learn and get those skills, and so that you could come to balance and be like, oh, this is where we came from. We learned this in the last go round, and we going to this way to get to the end of this go round, and we're going to use everything, that intuition of what's coming up, my lessons from the past, and we're going to balance this thing out. We're going to come to balance with this thing. And while I'm here, I'm going to lean and out and serve and give. It is the cycling of the whole thing. It's the cycling. Yes. Each one teach one. As I'm learning, I'm giving back to those who are also in the cycle, because you're going through this Survivor too. We all up in here together. And when we come to that mindset that we are all in here traveling and journeying and learning and growing together, yes. Because everything is source. And source is learning and growing. We edify self. We edify the source. We edify others. You edify the source. And when we come together, baby, in that one mindset that we are all the source, everything is whole, everything is complete, and that there's nothing missing. Yeah, you will stand against those sentiments and those thoughts against your nature, because you will realize who and what you are. You are everything. You are called from the infinite intelligence of the Most High God. And if that don't give you some courage, baby, to jump out there and do what it is that you've been called to do, you will see how it make you feel. I feel exhilarated. I feel encouraged. Some days it's like, "Ooh, Father, I really, really want people to come in. I want them to come in and come again." But I go back to the vision. And I go back to what the Father told me. Each one, teach one. And as I have connected with, at this point, over 80 of you, I'm so excited. Like, I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Each and every one. Because the Father told me to touch one. And if I've hit over 80 and you stay and you visit and you get these little tidbits and nuggets that you need, that your spirit is saying, "Here, read this one, watch this one," whatever the case may be, that is wonderful. I feel like I'm doing my service. And it is successful. It is highly successful. Yes, it is. And I'm so grateful that you would be here and get anything that the source would say through me to you. Oh, yes, that is huge. It is critically huge. And I don't take any of it for granted. Not nan bit, not none of it. Only thing it does is desire for me to reach more. And sometimes in that desire, it can make you feel a little bit impatient. And then it can make you feel, like, "Oh, am I doing it right? What do I need to do?" No. We're growing. And we're growing in the moment. Each moment matters. And to stay present in each moment and feel it and be, engulfed in that is monumentous. And I'm enjoying every second, even the emotions of the doubt. I enjoy it. Because when I feel the doubt, it makes me dare to sustain. Dare to stay disciplined. Dare to dig into that belief. And know that what the Father has placed on me is to be shared. And not to let any thought or sentiment pull me away from that. Or reduce the joy that I get from it. Again, I would do this if nobody was listening. So the fact to have over 80 of you that come in and join me from time to time and whenever you want to come by, that is beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I'm so excited to see where we go from here. I am. Because, baby, when you start at the bottom, it ain't nothing from here to go up. Because, oh, yes, I know, Spirit, I heard it. Drake started from the bottom, now we here. What? Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Get it, wheat. Started from the bottom, now my whole wheat fields here. Started from the bottom, now we here. What? Yes, Father, get it. It is time to get it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Oh, get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Oh, get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Oh, let's get it. I hope y'all fired up. I hope you feel the energy. You got that doubt? Are you daring? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Woo! Are you courageous? Yes. Are you going to let go of that shame, beloved? Let it go. Let it fall away. It's your opportunity to change right now. Spirit said, grow it in the spirit. Bring it into the kingdom. Run it up them chakras. Let it sit with the Father. Infinite will drop that on you. And you will let it rest. And that breath, push it out. Yes, push it out. Push it out. All in divine timing. All in divine timing, beloved. And what is the time? Father said it's always now, beloved. Now. Always now. Are you focused on what your life looks like or more than what it feels like? Take it in there. Get that feeling. Let the Father discern onto you. Let them tell you. But you got to clear this heart out. Is it clear? You chopping it up, beloved? Chopping it up so you can get that stuff out. Because you need them energy centers to be clear so you can flow. You can flow. Yes. What is the most courageous thing that you've done? How does it make it feel? And was it what you were intended to do in this lifetime? Is it your calling? Can you hear it? That's why we don't argue. Nobody can hear when you're arguing. Nobody can hear. They only concede in ill will and lead you to, it's just more problems, strife, conflict, chaos, right? But if you show them the example, they will become intrigued. You will pique their interest, and they will watch. They will watch you model what it is that you wanted to press the point on. No need to press the point. You just sit back and perform. And that's it. Until the next time on Tears and Retro, know this. I love y'all. I love you. I love you so, so much. I love you just like I love me. Why? Because you're a piece of the source, my weed. And I love the source. I love the source that made us all of existence by its infinite intelligence. Did it make us? Beautifully and wonderfully designed you are. Just as you are supposed to be. Dare enough to just be that. Yes. Until the next time on Tears and We Tarot show where testimony meets tarot. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get when you roll through here. It's like a box of chocolates. You just never know. Sometimes it start cold, you know, like that thick-ass old school Crisco. But we put it on the stove and the Most High put the heat on it and get it cooking. Or some days it wants to be on the slow cooker, you know. Like that pot roast you just put in the crock pot and you let it go all day so it can be real tender and just fall apart. Yeah, one of those. Just depends on the source. We lean into that and let the source move us because we're surrendered onto that. And we bring all these pieces together because the source made everything. And it left its word on everything. Just as its word is in you, beloved. It is. Beloved, be loved. Just be on this day. Until the next time, we'll call this, I say.